name is Abiella. I grew up in Edmonton, born and raised. Definitely had a lot of challenges growing up and a lot of inner self battles and a lot of just life battles, life challenges that I had to go through. I didn't know myself well enough and I was broken. I went through something again about 2 years ago, year and a half-ish ago. For some reason this time was just hit harder. I just shattered into a million pieces and I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to give up. I had a family friend reach out to me and she was just checking to see how I was doing. And then she kind of just said something to me that stuck, was when she found Christ, she didn't think that she was going to be able to get through the things that she had to go through, but because she found him, she was able to lift herself up, and through him, she was able to get through it. And that stuck with me, and I was like, at that time, I needed that. That's what I was searching for, that I was missing. I just know that with him, I can do anything, anything's possible, and no matter the challenge, that he strengthens me, so I just feel different within myself. I feel a lot happier. I'm getting baptized today because I want to proclaim my faith. I want to show that I am present and I'm here and this is what I want to do. Jesus is my savior. He saved me from a very dark place. So I'm very, very, very grateful for that.
I'm Abby. I grew up in a Christian household. Currently I'm in nursing at the University of Alberta. Life before I met Jesus, I was just into drinking and partying. I dealt with a lot of anxiety. My life just didn't really have purpose before. I think I just was always having anxiety when I was into my mid-teens. When I was 17, I lost complete vision in my right eye. The doctors told me that I was 1 in 4 million. In November of 2024, I was about to get cosmetic eye surgery the next morning, and I was just in my room and I was super anxious and just was feeling very overwhelmed. I don't know if I should get this surgery or not, and then just take away this anxiety, and God answered me in a supernatural encounter where I felt his love. In that moment I just gave my life to God and to Jesus, and I just knew that he was real in that moment and he showed himself to me. I'm getting baptized today because it is my public declaration that I'm giving the rest of my life to Jesus, because he first died for me and also saved me. So yeah.
My name's Elena. I just turned 20. I'm an artist. I do mostly commissions, wedding portraits and pet portraits, all that, mostly portraits. So when I was 15 months old, I was diagnosed with myofibrosarcoma, which is cancer in my neck. I had a tumor wrapped around my artery. Cancer is just I don't know, it's one of the many darknesses of the world, but there's just, there's no darkness that we could ever be in that God can't reach you in, and I've really felt him reach me in it. All my life, the word miracle has just followed me, I guess, and it just always drew me back to the miracle maker. As I've just gone older, I started asking more questions, just being more curious, and I would say that it was I believed in God's voice, but I didn't know what it sounded like, if that makes sense. And so I don't even know, it was more an internal thing. I just started going to church. I just started going to random churches. I just went by myself and just got a Bible. It was the first one, we didn't even have any in my house, and just started learning. And I just had so many moments where I just really felt I was truly getting to know him, and I feel I've always known of him, but I just truly felt I was knowing him on a personal level. I'm getting baptized today because I've just never known a love greater than this. It's just too much for words, honestly.
My name's Angelique. I grew up in Edmonton, and for a good chunk of my life, I lived in the Caribbean. Before Jesus, I found myself operating in a place of fear. I really let other people kind of dictate my daily emotions, my habits. I never really felt like my life was going anywhere. Really struggled with my self-image, depression, anxiety, just hanging out with the wrong crowd. At the time, he was kind of this thing that wasn't real, kind of a person that all the goodies like looked up to, and I'm like, that's lame. I don't want any part of that. It's just crazy how God works. I met my current partner at a music festival in Calgary, and we're both from Edmonton, but we just really hit it off. And he's like, well, what do you say when we go back to Edmonton? We'll go on another date. And one of our first dates was going to the project. The more I kept going, the more I was connecting with the message, the more I was getting into the worship, and you can feel God's presence in the room. There are very few times I've gone to the project and not cried. I cry almost every single time, just like seeing how beautiful it is, like different people's connection with God, and I love that. I'm getting baptized today because God is the truth, and I want to put the kingdom of God first, above all worldly things. He's the truth and the way.
My name is Sarah. I'm at McEwen right now doing Bachelor of Science. I was a Christian, but I wasn't very into Christ. In 2020, that's when COVID happened, and was like, okay, I don't really need God anymore. But then I slowly got into depression. I had a lot of anxiety. I was very much the type of person to seek for love. I wanted someone to fill that void in my heart all the time, and I got sexually violated, and that took me into such a dark place. I didn't really think about God at all. I did not really want to be saved. I wanted to just focus on that grief. At the beginning of April, I was just like, I wanted to be closer to God. I bought a Bible, but it was on my desk collecting dust, and I didn't really touch it, you know. Easter Sunday is when I asked someone who went to my university if they could pick me up and come to the project. That moment was life-changing. That night, I just felt God's love. That void was filled, and I'm just so grateful. I'm getting baptized today is because I want to declare that I want to follow Jesus. I want to show people that, you know, you don't have to be stuck. This path he has for you is like amazing. You know, I know it's a little hard just dropping everything and leaving, but it's one of the best decisions you can make in life.
My name is Tegra. I'm a U of A student athlete. I grew up as a Christian my whole life up until COVID. After that, I didn't really have my parents pushing me to go to church, so my faith also laid back. And then I became Muslim for like 4 months, but I had really good friends that continued to put on the pressure and kept asking me why I decided to leave. And I'm grateful for that because I made the decision to follow Jesus and go back to church. I felt like I was a very lukewarm Christian at the time, and I was just searching for an answer. I would always have questions, but I guess I wasn't sincere in my walk. I was just looking for a reason to escape, I guess. And for those 4 months, I felt very empty and soulless, and that my heart was hardened. They brought me to this pastor to talk with and answer my questions. It was about the Trinity because I couldn't wrap my head around that aspect for the longest time, but he answered that question for me, and I just felt like my heart lifted and my heart softened, and it was just the best decision I made. I'm getting baptized today because I want to make my faith a public declaration, and also I don't want to be stopped by fear anymore.
My name is Zaya, and yeah, I'm 24 years old. I hit a wall and I didn't know what to do. And then the cards started to stack. On top of that, my family was going through some problems financially. And then on top of that, I was heartbroken. So that was really difficult for me at the time. And my initial instinct, my natural instinct is to find a solution, find a way to cope, solve the problem. But at this time, I was run dry. So I couldn't move. I didn't know how to move forward. Got down on my knees and I said, Lord, I don't know what to do anymore. yeah, I just surrender it all because I've done everything by myself for the longest time. So can you just take over? It's easy to believe in God when you're doing well, but it's amazing how He shows up when you're not. I'm getting baptized today because there's a lot of people like me who think they can do anything and everything and wants to make their dreams come true, is determined to make them come true, but is carrying that heavy weight on their shoulder whenever things go wrong. And they feel like they're alone in that journey. And I want them to know that you can just let go and you can just trust that God's plan for you is greater than what you can make for yourself. And that you might not know your next step or where you're gonna go next, but just know that He's gonna be with you, and just know that He's gonna be with you, and you will guide other people to Him in the process. So it's never gonna be by yourself.
How exciting was that to listen to the life transformation testimonies of these people about to get baptized. Why don't we all stand up together and we can continue to worship and celebrate these people taking their next step in their faith.